Let's get one more mock draft in for the road. Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions. This is Eric, and we are live once again on another Friday evening. And of course, we are doing what I like to do best, and I've said this before, and it's not hyperbole. I think these mock draft live streams are the most fun we can have. And there's been some updates to some of the mock draft website that we will be using tonight. They're including players in some drafting options, or some trading options rather. I want to say hello to all of you right here tonight. Let me see. We got a couple people already wandering in. I know it takes a minute for everybody to get in here. Of course, those of you on a replay, welcome as well. But for the most part, you should be subscribing if you're enjoying this, especially if you're enjoying this and watching this. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be here live with us instead of watching a replay, and we can get your thoughts in on our mock draft. So again, this is our mock draft 4.0. This is the fourth time we've done this. This is going to be the last time we do this. Now, our next live stream is going to be Thursday night, not Friday night, Thursday night. That's going to be night one of the draft. We are going to be starting promptly at 5 o'clock. Of course, that's when the draft starts. We will stay live until the Raiders select. Now, they are slotted for the 7th overall pick. They could move up. They could move down. It's going to be very interesting to see. And I do have some draft news related to that I think I want to alter my top 7 prediction that I did have on there. I see Kevin in here. How you doing? Let's go. Good evening to you, sir. How you doing? Again, we're going to be doing our last mock draft of the season. I'm going to be having some news related to the Carolina Panthers top pick. We talked a little bit about that last week. There's even some more smoke going on with that. So without further ado, I see more people coming on in. Let's get right to this. Now, if you're new to the program, this is how we normally do it. We have what we call the rundown here. We have our topics that we talk about. We might or might not do the Q&A that we normally do because the mock drafts take a little bit longer time. But however, we normally do a question answer segment where you can get in on the action as well. Art, you're here. Good evening, champ. Good evening to you, sir. How you doing tonight? Friday night, we're going to do our last mock draft again. We're going to be back live, not Friday night next week. Thursday night, we're going to be here day one of the draft. First time I've ever went live during the draft itself. Got some surprises set up for you guys in store. I'm not going to respond to that, but I'll just say hello to you, Hefe. How you doing? We know what fan you are. So without further ado, let's get right to this and welcome all of you newcomers and new subscribers on board. Now, we are growing, but it's slowed down again. It's a little bit due to the algorithm, I think, and some other things we'll talk about in a minute. With the poll of the week was a little bit telling to me, a little disturbing, to be honest with you. We'll get to that in a minute. TikTok's kind of staying put. Facebook is growing, posting things. Of course, TikTok is better for when we do live streams during the games, not necessarily during regular live streams. So we're just going right now to YouTube. I am scheduled for, as far as the draft goes, next Thursday. We're going to do simulcast on Facebook as well. First time we've done it. I hope it works out. If it doesn't, the YouTube will still be here, so you can get on board there. So as far as the YouTube goes, I've talked about this as far as the channel suppression. I know some of that is partially due to the algorithm trying to find that. Every creator is trying to do that, to be honest with you. Hefe's pump. We'll get to that in a minute. Investigate. Art White says instigator in the house. Of course he is. Of course. So he's cool though. We'll deal with that. But as far as YouTube goes, this channel should be over 1,000. This channel should be several thousand. I've been doing this for over 2 years now. Partially, I've come out with something new, and it's going to be I've come out on Patreon. I did put a link in the description if you want to go there. It's basically patreon.com/Raider Champion all in one. Now, I'm going to be putting some exclusive content on there for my Patreon subscribers. I'm doing this for two reasons. Again, number one, I think YouTube has been suppressing this channel, and quite frankly, unfairly. Again, I should be a little bit way more higher than I am as far as the subscriber count. It is what it is. And number two, we'll get to the poll of the week, and some of that might be kind of ruffling some feathers. So part of the Patreon to me is going to be kind of a vote of confidence for this channel. Being a subscriber, it's very small. I kept the amounts very, very small, especially compared to some of the other Raider content creators out there that I checked on. So to me, it's going to be, like I said, a vote of confidence if you guys want me to continue on. And it's going to be based on that, because this takes a lot of time, especially when I do kind of the previews of players. I do the previews of games and all that. So I'm here for you guys as long, and we're just going to be here for each other. Paul Gaines says cornerback. So if you want, you can become a subscriber on Patreon. I have two different levels. One, a base level, just kind of basically supporting the channel. I'll give you a shout out when you join up and subscribe. And then the other one's going to be more of a VIP. I'm going to add content. We're going to be doing a few other things as we get to the draft and then the regular season. You can do a lot more on Patreon than you can YouTube as far as copyrights and all that. So we could be getting a little bit more as far as watching games together, things like that. So stay tuned for that. And enough said with that. I'm going to go on to the next one, and that is that poll of the week that we normally put. And of course, this one is no different. It's going to be about the subject we're going to be doing, the mock draft. And I asked you guys, are you guys excited about this mock draft tonight? The last one before the NFL draft. Again, we're going to be live on Thursday of next week, not Friday, right on mock draft day until the Raiders pick at 7th or wherever they move. About half of you said yes, and then about a third of you here kind of surprised me and said not so much about the mock draft. This has been one of my biggest draws as far as people coming not only to the lives but also to the rewatches are amazing on these. So I put the little Dr. Phil with the green M&M here for not so much. And then some of you said, what's that? I put that out there. I just kind of put an explanation under there. So like I said, we're basically simulating the NFL draft. We're going to be picking for the Raiders. We're going to be the Raider War Room, and we're going to be going to that. But first, before we get to that, I want to talk about some actual draft news. Let's get to this. Now, this is a new story that came out. Now, this is the first one I talked about last week. Quarterback coach Josh McCown, former, of course, NFL journeyman type quarterback, was only following Bryce Young. Now, of course, the Panthers had the top overall pick. He was only following Bryce Young on Twitter and friended him. Didn't follow or friend the other three quarterbacks up there, Levis, Richardson, or even CJ Stroud. And then after he was kind of caught with that, then he followed them. So this is another one. So there's a little bit of smoke. Maybe Panthers are going to be picking Bryce Young and not CJ Stroud. And then this one came out a couple days ago. Panthers GM says he hasn't told anybody who will be the number one pick. However, if you look at this, Scott Fitterer is the general manager there. His comment came after because Bryce Young canceled the rest of his pre-draft visits. So is that a coincidence, or does he know he's going to be drafted first overall? So to me, there's enough smoke here that Young's going to be picked first overall. I would probably change those. I had Stroud first. So I just wanted to show that to you, share that with you guys before we get into the actual mock draft. And why don't we do that right now? Let's do it. So this is our last chance. 4.0, 6 days from the actual draft. We're going to be using a site that we used previously on Draft 2.0, and that is Pro Football Network right here. Link is in the description. And one of the subscribers let me know that they've updated this, and not only are they offering trades with picks, some of the teams in the simulation will throw in players as well to evaluate. I've run this a few times, and each time has been different, so it's going to be very interesting to what kind of comes down the pike at us at 7. Now, We can now. I will hit the let's draft, but I'm going to stop the draft beforehand here. I'm going to pause the draft right now, so nobody has picked yet. I'm going to show you this. We can propose trades. This is kind of freaky. I've been looking at this. I was offering like Philadelphia and Dallas. If you want to go there, I know some people's feathers might be ruffled. They do. I don't know why Hunter Renfrow doesn't have a box here. I think that's kind of just a glitch. But they do have Josh Jacobs, so we could move Josh Jacobs in kind of a real-time scenario. Kevin Lurker. I'm sorry, my program does not take these emojis, so it's just looks like guys really kind of scared, got their hands to their face. But you can trade Josh Jacobs here if we want to. So what I've been seeing, it depends on the team. I've been kind of messing with this. You can get anything from a second to usually a third round pick for Josh Jacobs if we want to go there. So you guys let me know real quick. I'll give you a few more seconds, but yeah, you can make some trades beforehand. So yeah, we could select Josh Jacobs here. We could offer, they won't give the first round picks up for him, but rushing leader, but everybody knows running back value is kind of slight, a short shelf life and all that. I get it. We could offer, they got 2 first rounds. We could go for a late second with the Philadelphia Eagles, or we could go to another team. We could go, now the draft's still paused. I knew this would ruffle some feathers here. Art White says, hell no. Kevin Lurker says, I'm keeping Josh, but I'm just saying, realistically speaking, this could very well happen. It looks like there's a little bit of stalling in the contract negotiations. Of course, Ziegler isn't really saying much about it. He said he won't say much about it. He shouldn't. We've talked about this before with the other contract negotiations last season. So it could happen. If you want to do that, we can happen. If you want to move up, we can do that. I personally, again, I'm of the thought that I'm not really looking at quarterback at the 7th overall pick. I don't want to give up King's Ransom to get up there. If Strut or Richardson falls to us at 7, I'd probably grab them, to be honest with you. But otherwise, I'm looking for defense and then draft a quarterback in the middle of the late rounds. And I've already showed a video about Clayton Tune. I know Art likes Aiden O'Connell. Some other guys like Hayner from Fresno State. Don Phillips says, how you doing? Welcome to the program. He says, Ziegler knows what he's doing. He knows more than any of us. So whoever he takes, I'm all good with it. I have guys that I would like, but I'll support whoever they take. Yeah, I'm gonna give the personnel part a benefit of the doubt. Remember, they traded the first and second round pick last year for Devontae Adams, so he didn't start till a 3rd round pick. I'm very interested to see what they do with all of these picks, because I don't think we're gonna trade out of the 1st round, to be honest with you. If we move up and grab a quarterback, that's fine. If we move down and stock up on picks, maybe get another extra second and go to the middle of the 1st and get a defensive player, I'm cool with that too. So I'm really interested to see that. Strong safety. I'm guessing that's strong safety, not shortstop. So let's start this draft up, guys. So I'm going to go back before we look at the trade offers. I want to see, okay, they got Bryce Young also, just like I do now. CJ Stroud 2nd. They got Jalen Carter 3rd. I don't think that's going to happen. I think these two are probably right. I think somebody's going to move up here to get one of the other quarterbacks, probably Richardson. It could very well be the Colts moving up one spot at this point. I'm not sure if Jalen Carter will be the first non-quarterback off the board at this point either. Let's see. Will Anderson still on the board. Are you freaking kidding me? This is the first time I've ever seen a mock with Will Anderson still on the board. Christian Gonzalez 6th. That's a player we've been targeting. Tyree Wilson was 5th. I've seen him kind of drop on some boards, so that's a little surprising as well. So we got, we got Will Anderson on the board, number 1. Let's see what you guys are saying. Try back and get more picks. to build our team the right all the way. I'm good with that as well, but I see Will Anderson here. I see Anthony Richardson here. This would be a hell of a scenario if this happens in 6 days, guys. Let's be honest. But I want to take a look at these trade offers. So if you see this coming up, it usually pops up. I went away from the pop-up window because I wanted to see who, in this scenario, who went for 6 picks. Let's see. White says if it goes like this, then Richardson. I'm down with that. I see Will Anderson here though too. Let's look at these trade offers. I'm not really down with trading now with 2 top players there at 7, unless we can get like those 2 number 1s we had on that mock draft 2.0, and basically we have 3 first round picks in 2024. That would make sense to me. Let's see. Carolina, give us the 39th pick. That's an early second. Brian Burns, edge rusher, and their 3rd round pick next year. I'm not feeling it, guys. I mean, that's not bad with Brian Burns. Chicago wants to move up 2 spots and get the 2nd. Give us the 2nd next year. Of course, they want Will Anderson. That's my guess. And let's see what the Saints have. Oh my. Late 1st, kind of an earlier 2nd. This is an early 3rd. This looks like a 4th, and a Denver 2nd for a 1st and a 3rd. I'm not feeling that, guys, especially where we stand with this board. Some great talent here. I think it's either Will Anderson or Richardson. At this point, I can't see us going either way. If this happens for real, Art White's talking Richardson. Look at the trades, but Anderson and Witherspoon. Oh, Kevin's not interested in Anthony Richardson here. That's very interesting. You know, if you're interested in Witherspoon, we could very well in this scenario move with the Chicago Bears rather 2 spots, and I'm pretty sure Witherspoon would still be there. We'd only get a 2nd round pick next year, but that's still some draft capital. Let's see what say you guys. Don says, I want Richardson as a perfect fit for us. He can sit for 2 years and learn. Then he'll be 22 years old as long as he's a hard worker and loves football. I'm thinking about a year-ish he'll sit until Jimmy G gets hurt again. But I think that was my whole thing with the Jimmy G signing. I thought that was pretty good considering where this team is. He's going to be here he's got a 3-year deal, but we can cut it off at 2, very little on dead cap in that 3rd year. And he's probably going to last that long anyway before he gets hurt again. And we can groom a rookie quarterback to take over either late this year or next year. AR could be Vince Young. I mean, he could be Cam Newton. He could be Jamarcus Russell for all we know. How about that right tackle from Tennessee? Are you talking about Jawan Jones? Or are you talking about Paris Johnson? They want to convert him over from the left side. I'm not big on that. At number 7, I think to me, if I'm staying at 7, Richardson's here. I can get him or a defensive player. We did re-sign Illuminor. I don't think getting a right tackle is a priority at 7. If we want to get him with our 2nd round pick, that's great. But right now, I think we need to get a top defender, and we need to get some youth and some really good young players on the defensive side of the ball because our defense is absolutely terrible. Oh, the right tackle from Tennessee. I'm sorry. He's still there too. Where do they have him ranked? Let's see. Darnell Wright, 30th. They got him 30th. Hang on. Let me get my face up there. How you guys doing? I didn't switch the screen over. There we go. I'm back up here, guys. So what do you guys want to do? I'm going to tell you what I want to do. I'm ready to swing for the fences and go after Anthony Richardson here. The upside is amazing. If we can get a guy like this, the upside could compete with Patrick Mahomes. If he falters, he falters. This team is not this close from a Super Bowl. It's a ways away from a Super Bowl. The only thing you could argue is go get Will Anderson, and Chandler Jones is going to be gone next year anyway, and put him across from Max Crosby and have a fearsome defense. We haven't been drafted in the 2nd round yet. We get a nice defensive tackle as well. or a linebacker to complement that. If you want to go all defense, we could do that as well. Paul Gaines says trade back. Paul Gaines, he likes trade back. We do have some offers. I would only, you get Brian Burns, but it's too far back for me. Let's see. I would only really consider, I mean, there's a lot of picks here, but we already have a lot of picks. It's too far back. I would only consider this one here, 2 spots back. I'm sure Will Anderson will be off the board with Chicago if we make this deal. And then there's one other one. If I'm Atlanta, I would go get Richardson at 8 and just be, I would be ecstatic, to be honest with you. I don't think Desmond Ridder might even be the answer there. That would be awesome for them. And Witherspoon would be there for us at 9 if you want to go there. So, okay, I'm going to put it up here. Put a 1 in the chat if you want Will Anderson, top-rated guy on the board. Put a 2 if you want Anthony Richardson. Put a 3 if you want to move down 2 spots with Chicago. Put your votes in right now. And again, this is going to determine the simulation, whatever we do here. Kevin Lurker says, Richardson's such a 50-50. His upside's huge. Don Phillips says Richardson's the only possible elite quarterback in this draft. Maybe. I don't know about that. I think Bryce Young could be there too. I don't know. CJ Stroud, there's some controversy around him about the S2 scores. I think they replaced the Wonderlic with that, and it's supposed to determine how quickly you can go from one subject to another with your brain. And of course, with quarterback, that's what you need to do. Go back. And I guess he performed, I think he said he had an 18 on there. The lowest of the 4 quarterbacks there. So that might drop his draft stock a little. Maybe not. I still think Texans are going to grab him at number 2. Let's see. Art White says Richardson. Don Phillips says Richardson. Kevin says, spin the wheel and go 3. Paul Gaines says 3. So we're gonna need a tiebreaker here. I want any other. Let's see. We got 7 people in here. I want to see some votes, guys. Come on. We're tied up right now, 2-2. Where are we going with this? Now, again, this is with this website, and they haven't updated it. If they would just update it, and show the picks that we've already selected, that would be great. They're still not doing that. I think that would surpass any and all other mock draft simulators, but it is what it is. I like the way they're adding possible players as well, and we can see, well, one time I got offered Budda Baker. I don't know if I'd take that just with the cap, if we're going to look at cap, or if we're just looking at players. I think he'd be too much for us on our cap. Hang on, baby, get down there. Oh, my kitty cat down here. Let's see. Don Phillips is voting early and voting often. Young is too small to make it in the NFL. You know what? If I don't get any more votes, I'm going to be the tiebreaker. And I think you guys know where I'm going to go with this. So I'm going to give it a few more seconds. Hang on. Give me something to drink here. Got a little iced tea going on. We're at a stalemate right now between trading down and getting Anthony Richardson. Anderson didn't even get a vote. Don is stacking the vote. He's voting early and voting on. Are you from Chicago, Don? They do that down over there in Chicago. So, all right, I'm gonna give it a few more seconds. I know there's about a 10 or 15 second delay in the feed itself and when I'm seeing your comments. So be patient. That's just a YouTube thing all over the place. So let's see. You're the coach champion. I guess I'm the GM also. Paul has already voted for 3. Yeah, face the trade with KC. They didn't even offer. And I'm not proposing a trade. Screw KC. I mean, are they going to give us Patrick Mahomes? I should. I'm wondering. While I'm waiting for you guys to break this tie real quick, I'm going to look. I'm going to propose a trade. I want to see if. Oh, won't even. What? Hang on, guys. Yeah. I made it a little bit larger so you can see it, but it won't let me scroll down. I want to see if Mahomes, no. So as far as players goes, it's not every single player. We could go after CH or Willie Gay. Not really interested in either one of those. Maybe Willie Gay later on, but not right now. Let me pop this back up. So I'm gonna look. Voting is final. Not easy being a Raider fan in Chicago. Absolutely, I called that one, didn't I? Nor Hefe, he's a troll. I know. Never, never. He should be though. It's the only trade I would take from KC. Then they can go back to being a crappy team like they were for how many decades since Joe Mama Montana. So I'm gonna break this tie, and you guys should know where I'm going with this. I'm rolling the dice. It's a quarterback league. I'm gonna roll the dice with Anthony Richardson. Let's do it. All right. All right, we got some more trades. I'm going to be writing these down. It gets a little confusing once you get to the later rounds. Hefe is offering us a trade already. Wow. Let me take a look at what we got up here real quick. Bijan Robinson went to Seattle. That's a little strange, to be honest with you. Let's see. Oh, God. Chicago got Will Anderson, number 9. They got to be ecstatic. They moved down in the draft with Carolina to 9, and they got the top-rated player in the draft. Witherspoon went 10. Van Ness, a guy we've drafted before, went 12. It's moving up on the draft board here. I'm just going over some of the picks here. If you want to look at these, Khalija Cansey. I was hoping he would kind of fall. I doubted it, but oh well. So obviously we went quarterback. I'm thinking defense here, or maybe offensive line if you want to do that. Your team is cool, but Hefe's all right. He's all in fun. That is an exciting pick for the nation. That's going to put some butts in the seats. I mean, this is a pick for the future. If this happens, come on, guys. Look where we are. We can't contend right now. We're not close enough. Of course, we need defensive players, but a talent like this to roll the dice on, to me, you do it. You do it. Again, this is... I'm not going to totally compare it to Patrick Mahomes, but the Chiefs moved up to 10 that one year. Got him. Remember, they had Alex Smith. They were an 8-8 type of team. They were not really a contending team until they got Patrick Mahomes. Hell no. Hell no. So, okay, let's look at what we got. We got one trade offer with the Chiefs. That's not happening. Screw you. Not terrible, because they do give us a late third, but they give us a second, or a late. People would have probably shit themselves if we went offense the first 2 picks. But DeJuan Jones is there. Speaking of offense, the right tackle from Ohio State. I mean, if you're a little leery of Illuminor, we do have him. If we didn't re-sign him, this would definitely probably be my number 1 choice. But Osiris Torrance is there. I think we can get some other guard play as we go. Trenton Simpson has been falling down the draft boards. Lujari. Let's look at, you can sort these by defense also. Let's see what they got as far as defensive tackle. Maze Smith, Benton, Gervon Dexter, Siaki Ika, the big boy. Zach Pickens is there. So, I mean, that's how you do it, though. I mean, we went quarterback 7th. I talked about that right before we started this mock draft. I didn't feel like we should go quarterback unless somebody like Richardson or Strut falls to us. It happened. So, let's see. That's a little weird. Where is Drew Sanders expected to go? Let's see. 47th ranked. It's kind of a do-it-all linebacker. Wouldn't mind going with that. Or what? Art says, damn it, Jack Campbell. Yeah, that would have been good. I like his attitude also. So Could go Sanders. Let's just go defense overall. Let's go overall here. I want to see all these. Say Flowers. Osiris Torrance would be a very interesting pick. I'm kind of thinking. I'm thinking Drew Sanders or DeJuan Jones here. If I'm trying to pare these down. Hard for me to go offense 2 picks with the defense being so bad, but we picked for the future at 7. I'm okay with that. We could have moved down 2 spots, but I think Atlanta would have picked Richardson. I don't think it would have been there. Bears got Will Anderson staying put at 9. It was crazy, absolutely crazy in this scenario. That's why I encourage you guys to come out here on Thursday night. We're going to be here live on the draft day. And who knows what's going to happen. I mean, a lot of people have what they think is going to happen, but you never really know. Usually the first few picks, and I keep thinking that 3rd pick with Arizona, that's going to be the linchpin. Something's going to happen there. Even if it's the Colts moving up one, if they're, a lot of people say they love Richardson. They're gonna have to move up 1 spot, and other teams have done that as well in the draft as we've seen. So let's see. Hang on. I'm gonna hang on one. I'm gonna have to hang on 1 second. I'm going to have to. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to. Something happened with my program, putting up the chat. So give me 1 second. So anyway, I see people chat, but I can't bring it up because something happened to it. I'm gonna have to restart it real quick, but I will still be here. Give me 1 second. I need to get to that link, and I have to. For some reason, I have to open this up. So, you know, the program's weird. I can't because there is a link directly there. But for some reason, it won't let me do that directly. So I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying. But anyway, give me 1 second. I want to see your chat. I want to see it up here. It's important to me. Give me 1 second. Let's get this going and load it up. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's get back up there. There's Arts. Damn it. Damn it, gone too. Offensive tackle. Yeah, they have. Let's see, where did he go? Did I miss him? Want to see. Where is he? Trying to see. Darnell Wright. A lot of they have him mocked here in this scenario to the Colts in the 2nd round. I think that's a steal. I think he's going to go in the 1st round. Of course, offensive tackle is a prime position. We got 32 picks. I think he'll make it in the 1st round, 1st day. So, Forbes, 14 interceptions, 6 touchdowns. Get a defensive tackle at 70. Okay. Defensive line, Paul Gaines. I'm just catching up. So we got this rookie back. Just got back on. I just got the chat program back up. So you didn't miss a whole lot, Kevin. Gotta go. Raider Nation would implode. Forbes or Sanders. I like Drew. I like Drew also. So, man. I'm just looking. Let's see. Manuel Forbes. 6 foot 166. Smaller guy, and if you've been to my let me get this up here. If you've been to my mock drafts before, I prefer to get some larger corners, just for the fact that the ones we have are very small. This one's rather small, 6 foot 166. Let's see, who's past number 50? You mean ranked? Let's see. I'm just pulling down. Our next pick is 70. So if they go by the rankings, this is all the rankings. So we would be looking. Now, of course, some of these are going to still be up here. maybe Siaki Ika would be there. Dexter might be there for DT. That'd probably be a good gamble to wait till the next pick to go defensive tackle. Tyreek Stevenson, we've drafted him in a mock, a bigger corner from the U. So we could go Trenton Simpson. I know we picked him in a mock before. I don't know. I don't know about that. Julius Brents, we've gotten another big guy, another big type corner. I like that. DJ Turner's a little smaller. What's up? So I'm trying to go through here. Let's see. Richardson, Sanders, and Benton would be A+. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, if he lasts. These are just rankings. They do pick ahead of them. They don't go strictly on them. So Wright's going 20-ish. Yeah, I'd buy it. I'd buy that somewhere in the 20s. I think that would make sense. And I think he's a candidate if we decide to trade down too. And a guy like Van Ness isn't there. The corners are gone. The big three. I wouldn't mind doing that either. Go with Sanders. I'm going to go with Sanders. Let's go with Drew Sanders. I think he's probably the best linebacker on the board. I like Jack Campbell also. He's kind of a do-it-all kind of guy. Let's go with him. And then probably go DT in the third. Let's do it. And it goes. Okay, so we have one trade offer. Let's get this off. So we have one trade offer with Green Bay Packers. Geez. Go down 8 spots. Give them, what, a 5th? And then we get a 3rd next year. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Again, we don't. I got to see who's available. Jordan Battle's here. Let's see as far as Siaki Ika is there. Dexter went right before us. Freaking Rams, I swear. Give me a break. It's tiny, but a ball hawk. Tight end. Paul Gaines wants to check out tight ends. I like that Siaki Ika pick. It's hard for me to justify a tight end right now. Tucker Kraft, ranked 68th. Still there. I think it'd be ranked a little bit higher if you want to go after him. I'm still thinking, at this point, I'm thinking either offensive line or defense. We use the big pick on the quarterback. We need to get some good young talent in these first few rounds, and then we can kind of, like I said before, you establish an identity, get good talent now, and then kind of swing for the fences later on in the draft. Get some late round gems that we've talked about. Let's see. Benton or Sidney Brown or Clark Phillips. Benton's gone right there. Let's see. Anybody else this time? Brents, we've gotten him before. Trenton Simpson is gone. Oh well. Manuel Forbes went pretty early. Mozzie Smith. Adiba War, he had a good combine. I think he's a little kind of small, especially in the 4.3. That's my opinion. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. All right. Clark Phillips. Clark Phillips is gone too. Dang it. Oh yeah, another thing. I asked you guys to do some homework on the later rounds. I wanted to see some late round gems. You guys saw my day 3 gems. Those are rounds 4 through 7. I gave you 3 of those last week. So I want to hear some late round gems as well. Zach Harrison, kind of a prototypical 4.3 edge rusher. We got him on a mock draft before. Eli Ricks is intriguing, a big corner. I wouldn't mind him here. Some people might say that's a little high. Let's see. Trade. We do have one trade. It's the Packers. We can go down 8 spots. We give up some trade capital this year, but we get a 3rd next year. So that is an option. Yeah, Benton's gone. And I encourage you, I put the link in the description for this Pro Football Network website, the mock draft simulator that we're doing right now. Encourage you to go on there. There's some crazy things out. I ran this a few times, and every single time has been different. Maybe the exception of like the later rounds, they just kind of generally go by the rankings, but the first and second rounds are just kind of crazy. Like this one, Richardson going down. So Dayton Henley or Jatavius Martin. We already got a linebacker. Do we want to go linebacker 2 times? I'm thinking Ika or Stevenson. Those are needs, and I think those are good value picks here. We did talk about forsaking the defensive tackle position with the last pick until 70, and here we are, 3rd round pick. I'm thinking go get Siaki Ika. Let's see some other defensive tackles. Zach Pickens would be pretty nice. This is more of a 1-tech, bigger guy. This is probably more of a 3-tech guy. We did sign John Jenkins, a veteran, kind of 1-tech. It's not like we have to have a 1-tech, but I mean, those guys get hurt a lot too. So let's see. What you guys? I didn't do my homework. Oh, you got detention then. You should have said the dog ate your homework. Jeez. So I'm thinking, honestly, I'm thinking Ika or Tyreek Stevenson. Now we can go. We can use the NFL Draft Buzz if you want to look up a particular player as well. So let's see. Or we could trade. We could trade with the Packers 8 spots. I'm kind of thinking that is a possibility if you want to go there. I've got this feeling we're not going to draft 12 players. We got 12 draft picks. I'm thinking we're going to move up, move around in 6 days from now. Maybe get 8 or 9 guys, maybe 10. I can't see us getting 12 picks. If you've looked at the current roster lately, you'd probably blow your mind. I think we've got like 85 or 90 players on the active roster right now. Of course, have to pare that down to 53. We got a lot of men guys, so I'm not too worried about that as far as salary cap goes. But still, then we're going to add another 12 guys to this because you know they're going to keep the draft picks. And if you draft player now and then cut them, you look like an idiot, as a GM. So, yes. Art White says, take Ika. Don Phillips, Ika. Need to fill that middle. Paul wants to trade. Tom wants to. It's like we have 2 factions in here, just like the Richardson. It was like, well, we're gonna move down. We're gonna get Richardson. It was kind of an even Steven. Now, see the problem with this is if we move down, Ika is going to be gone by then. I mean, maybe the Packers want Ika. Who knows? But probably the Saints could use them. Houston's defense is probably even worse than ours. Could use them. Chicago. So if we move down, I would say it's like a 1% chance getting Ika. So need a pass rusher. Any of those penetrate? Actually, Ika was a pretty good pass rusher in his day in Baylor. If you look, the scores are. Like the PFF scores are even higher for his pass rushing than run stopping, and he's a big guy, which is kind of weird to me. But if it translates to the NFL, he can get some interior rush, and we got Max Crosby, and we probably pick up an edge rusher at some point along the line in this draft. That would be kind of crazy, to be honest with you. So, Let me see what this one says about Ika. This is a different one. NFL Draft Buzz. Siaki Ika. Why did it do that? So I'm kind of down with Ika at this point. Of course, big kid, 6'3", 335. 5.39, a little slow, but that's not his game. He's a 1-tech. Let me see how they rank him. Pass rush, 85%. So they got him ranked high for interior pass rush too. It fills the need. It's probably one of the best players available on the board. And moving down 8 spots is not going to happen. We're not going to get this guy. I changed my mind if he's not he's a pass rusher. PFF and this site says it. So, I'm kind of down with that. Take Ika and then move up into this round. Okay. let's do that. Something we haven't normally messed with. I like that idea, or I really do. Oh, I thought you said he's a run stopper. No, he's a big kid. He's a one tech, but his forte is pass rushing, which is a little weird. He does that more, and it's showing here too. More of a pass rusher than a run stuffer on Pro Football Focus website as well. So I like Art's idea. I'm gonna grab him and then try to stop the draft. If you guys want to move up again, uh, dang it, I messed that up. Let's see. Can move up. Jordan Battle's still there. I would say a safety is not a huge need, to be honest with you. He's a great player, but you're not drafting him as a pass rusher. We'll see. We'll see how it translates to the NFL. That's been a plus on anything I've read about the guy. This has been a plus. So, sold. Sold. So if you want to move up, I've stopped the draft. We're at 85. The Chargers are there. We can move with Baltimore. If you want to move up, who'd you want to move up for, Art? You said you wanted to move up in this round. We're going to have to make a trade. Propose a trade. Our next pick is 100, so we can throw that in. Is there anybody you want particular though? I mean, let's see. Talk to me on that. This is overall. I still think we go defense unless we go offensive line. I think that's going to be the drumbeat for this one. Zach Harrison is there. I'm not sure. Will he stay there at 100? That'd be a very interesting pick. You get Ika, you get Harrison with Max Crosby. I'm kind of liking that. And you got Drew Sanders there as linebacker. So Eli Ricks, a bigger corner. We still need to get some corners here. Let's see. Art's looking. So they also, you can I have it on fast mode because I didn't want to. If you have it on even medium mode, if you do the picks and let it go, it goes pick, like it's like water dripping. It takes forever. So I put it on. It's like you either get or you get pick. You know. Paul Gaines says tight end. Paul wants a tight end bad. We got Sam Laporta, Latu, Schoonmaker's there a little bit later. We talked about him. Will Mallory, I think we picked. Wiley, we've picked. I'm not. Again, with our needs, I think that's not the priority. Tight end's not the priority. Linebackers left. We did pick one. Dayan Henley is there, ranked 95. I think that's a little low and roll. I think he'll go higher than 95. 2020. I call him 22. Papoi, we talked about him. Overshown, that was one of the gems. Day 3 gem we talked about. Marty Mapu, we talked about him in one of the mock drafts. Undersized kind of linebacker, safety, special teams guy, maybe late. We talked about that. Let's see. Right tackle. Art wants right tackle. Tutu. Right tackle. Look at this. Fadden. Kirkland is there. That's a little bit later. There was a big run on those. That's going to be one of the, of course, it's going to be one of the draft strategies. Offensive tackle is going to be at a premium, of course. That makes sense. Bergeron, let's take a look at him. 6'5", 318. Let's go to, this is Pro Football Focus. We're going to go to the NFL draft now. Not all this stuff. Big board. We'll go to the big board. Position. We're going to go to tackles. I want to see what this guy, Bergeron, and then let's look at the profile. And what I like about this one, so he did place about a third of the time at right tackle. Let me take this off. So PFF, if you have a subscription, they've lowered the price dramatically. So if you're into it, I would recommend it. A lot of good stats, game stats. Predominantly, though, on the left side, did play some right tackle. And in his first year, pretty much a left tackle, though. Can you convert him? Yeah, sometimes you can't convert. Sometimes it's not a huge deal. That is a possibility if you're worried about a right tackle with a Luminor. Put on all. 2-2. Who do we have so far? We have AR-15 with the 7th pick. Then we went and got Drew Sanders. Could be a consensus #1 linebacker. I like Jack Campbell as well. And then we got Siaki Ika, the big defensive tackle that can provide some pass rush. At least he could in college. I hope that translates. Who's that linebacker from Jackson State? Let's pull back. Let's pull the linebackers back up. What are you talking about? Somebody who's already picked? I didn't see it. Aubrey Miller. Kevin Wicker says Aubrey Miller. I wonder if the search is. Hang on. Yeah, I'll see him. I've already been picked. Let me see. It's looking so. Anyway, so. And I know Art stopped it. So who is there a player you want in particular? So if not, I'm gonna keep the draft going. And we will pick at 100. That's our next pick. Right there. Unless we want to move up, move some draft capital. See him on here. Kendry Miller. Don't see him on here. All right. Cornerback. Let's go to cornerback real quick, and then we're going to move this on. Eli Ricks is there. He may or may not be there. Caillou Blue Kelly. I'll make fun of his name. Okay. Would be an option. I mean, we do need corners. Cornerback room is thin. I do not mind going after a corner here. He was answering my question. Oh, okay. All right, no, just keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep the draft moving and see where it stops. Okay, so it looked like Eli Ricks got taken. It's Jordan Battle, Matthew Bergeron right before our pick, offensive tackle. Trade offers. Oh my God, Steelers move down 20 spots and we get Mitch Trubisky. Former first round pick. Was he a second, third pick overall from the Bears? No. This isn't bad. 12 spots. Get a wide receiver. We don't really need a wide receiver though, guys. I'm not down with that. Not really down with it. Kai Gardner's there. Another big one we picked before. Corey Trice is moving up in the draft boards. We got him late before a couple weeks ago. So another big kid with some talent. We need at least one big corner in this draft. Sam Laporta. He's gone at 93. Don, sorry about that. Don said Sam Laporta. Gone to the Carolina Panthers. Those Iowa tight ends, something about it. I don't know. Let's go overall defense. Zach Harrison's there. We've gotten him before. Jartavius Martin, a little small. About that. don't want that trade. I don't want that trade. 2-2 now. Okay, we're going to go. Anybody else talking? 2-2? We could go 2-2 now. It's our second linebacker. Give me an outside linebacker. That'll work. I wonder how he is in coverage. Jartavius Martin is my choice. Let's take a look at this guy. I think that corner. 5'11", 194. Ooh. Small. They got him listed as a safety here. And that's another thing. Some of these tweeners, could look them up on PFF. Let's see. Just looking at 4.46. 5'11", 194. Oh. Another guy from Illinois. My bad. All right. Where's Skinner? Let's see. Ooh. Physical specimen. It's not a huge area of need. We got Ika. When's our next pick? Let me look. 109. I wouldn't mind Zach Pickens either as another defensive tackle. It's kind of thin there. I know we signed Jenkins in that, but I know we drafted let's see, Neil Farrell Jr. last year, but I don't know. Let's see. 2-2. I got 2 for 2-2. Let's get 2-2. Why not? Let's get 2-2. Zach Pickens. This has been a weird one because players I talked about, they're getting picked right before our next pick. It's another linebacker. I think we're good with linebacker for now. Not that I'm sold on Mickey Robert Spillane. I know a lot of people think he's going to be great. Probably be okay, but it's definitely a downgrade from Denzel, which is kind of a. I'm thinking he didn't want to be here anymore because he took like same money to go to Houston. So 1 year, $3 million deal for a Pro Bowler. Okay, all right. So we've got quarterback, 2 linebackers, a defensive tackle. I'm thinking we got to go to the corners. Could go another defensive tackle. Pickens is gone. I'm thinking corner here, though. What do you guys think? Mekhi Gardner's here. Let's see. Our next pick. It was a long time. 141. So we got to make this one count, guys. No trade offers. It's blank. I mean, we could try to make a trade offer, but it's not there. I'm looking at corner right now. Again, 2 linebackers. Let's see, edge rushers. We've had Isaiah McGuire, another big kid. Could fit the bill. Could look at offensive line. Ikior. McClendon Curtis. I know. I think that was Dominique talked about McClendon Curtis. Still there. Kind of moving up in the draft here. We got him a little later last time, so that could be an option. Chandler Zavala. Be interesting. I think maybe next time we go after a guard. I think this time we go after a corner. He's a little too small. 5'7". I'm thinking Garner. I'm thinking Trice. We could go with Kelly here as well. Okay. Running back. Ooh. Are we trading Josh Jacobs? Zach Evans is here. That could be an option. Tajay Spears, my day 3 guy. Oh, let me take this off here. Tajay Spears. Talked about him as a day 3 gem. Reminds me of Miles Sanders. I wouldn't mind getting a guy like that anyway, even if we do keep Josh Jacobs and get him signed. Uh, like I said, another Lightning guy, Voorhees. Let's see, right here, Andrew Voorhees, 6'6", 310, USC. I wouldn't mind that either. So I'm thinking as far as need, corner or probably guard at this point. Was not impressed with the guard play last year, especially near the end. Um, let's see. I think Dylan Parham needs to go back to center. Let's see. Anything else? Um, Voorhees is there. Voorhees. Um, I'm thinking where they're ranked. I wouldn't mind Curtis, Voorhees, or Zavala. So I would say we wait until the next pick, and I think one of them will still be there. I'm still thinking we should probably go after a corner at this point. Um, could go after edge rusher if we want. We kind of missed out on some of the players the way they fell. Unfortunately, Zach Harrison would have been a nice pick here. Let's see. Blue Kelly. Caillou Blue Kelly. Okay, let's go with Kelly. Let's go with Kelly. Okay, so we're so let's see. We're in the 5th round, guys. So to me, this is where like the day 3 gems should be found. You kind of swing for the fences at this point. Try to get some guys, some diamonds in the rough here, like we've talked about before. Kai Gardner's still here, a bigger corner. We have another pick, 144, and then we don't have another pick till 6th round. So I think, man, no, we have 3 5th round picks. We got a compensation pick in the 5th. My bad. So we got another pick right after this. 3 picks. We do have a trade offer. Rams want us to move down 25 picks or 26 and give us 2 picks. I'm not down with that. Let's see. Chase Brown, underrated in my opinion. Let's see. Clayton Tune, my day 3 gem right there, 4th round. Trice is gone. Isaiah McGuire is gone. Chase Brown, gone. To the Chiefs. The rich get richer. That's why you don't trade with them. That's why you don't trade with these guys. You don't play that game. So I could go Mekhi Gardner here, a bigger corner. Hodges Tomlinson, a little too small for me. 5'7". It's a lot too small for me. Let's go defense overall. Go after another defensive tackle. DeMarvin Overshown, another day 3 gem I talked about. I wouldn't mind this guy right here. Ranked 132. We're at 141. I know we've already drafted 2 linebackers. That's why I'm kind of worried. I was a little worrisome about the 2-2 pick. And we got Drew Sanders, the way it fell. Let's see what we got as far as edge rushers. Isaiah Land. Habakkuk Baldonado. I made fun of him. If you watch my combine video, the guy like slipped and fell on his ass one time. He dropped a ball just thrown to him. It's kind of funny. Yaya Diaby. Okay. Let's see. At this point, I wouldn't mind going corner again. I wouldn't mind going defensive tackle. Overshown is interesting. Maybe at 144 if he's still there. We've already drafted 2 linebackers though. Oof. Unless you're gonna try to convert him to strong safety, I mean, I don't know if he's big enough to play linebacker in the league. To be honest with you, I talked about that 229. That could be strong safety territory right there. But I like his playmaking ability. We need a lot more playmakers on this team. Running back. Let's go to running back. Okay. McIntosh, Deuce Vaughn. They have Dwayne McBride ranked really low. Maybe because he went to a small school, Alabama, Birmingham. I think he could be a 3-down guy. Evan Hull, ranked low. I think that's a little too low. Let's see. Oh, get this off here. So, all right. I think we can wait. I'm thinking Mekhi Garner here. Ensure we get at least one big corner. 6'2", 212. Physical specimen. Al's Ghost, where are you? Can definitely use this guy. Double up on corner. Double up on corner, says Don. I'm taking him, and we got 3 more picks. Let's do it. All right, so Jones and Kirkland went. Overshown's the highest ranked defensive player. 3 linebackers, though. Unless you're going to say, okay, like I said, convert him to strong safety. He likes to hit. He likes to run. He's like a little, they called him the Texas Missile. I'm going to take him with a provision. I'm going to tweak him. I'm going to use a tweener with a safety. Plus, it's the 5th round. I like that. I know some of you guys want to take a running back. I think there's still going to be some good running back. I wouldn't mind, let's see. McBride. I wouldn't mind McBride the next round or 7th round, to be honest with you. I just think this point of the draft, you got to try to get some playmakers, and I just see him sitting there. Well, actually, he wasn't the number one. He's number one on the search we had. Let's see. See anything? I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with him. I mean, linebacking core has been kind of weak anyway. Let's go with him. A lot of defensive players. A lot of defensive players. all except the first one. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we still got some good talent there. Those guards went away. We could have went after a guard. I'm okay with that though. So we've got 174. We've got a we got 6 and then 2 6 and a 7th. 2 7ths. Let's see. So we got roll. Riley Moss is there. I want to go again. Let's see. Receiver. Jackson Player. No. DT. Jalen Richmond's there. Carl Brooks is there. DT. I wouldn't mind adding another DT, to be honest with you, at this point. Let's see. Where to go? Safety. Edge rushers. Nick Herbig is more of a 3-4 guy. Crazy on linebackers in this one. Tight end. Josh Wiley's there. Could go Josh Wiley here. He might not be there. Let's go with the tight end. We're at 6th round. Let's go there and see where we go. All right, Nick Jones. Cropper. Moss. Okay. Let's see. Who we got on the big board? Who we got on the big board? Stills. Hayden O'Connell. We're not going to pick another quarterback. We use that one up. Jalen Richmond's there. Dante Stills. 6'3", 286. I'll take a look at this guy. Dante Stills. Why didn't it pop up? Hang on. Let's go with Dante Stills. Oh, it's coming up an error. Okay. Let's see. Did he already go? Brandon. Let's see him on here. I wonder if he already went. Might have already went. They're not showing him on here. No trade offers. No, see him on here. I think he went. I think he went already. Thank you for, thank you, Paul. Paul. Paul says thank you for picking the tight end. Finally, we got one. Juice Struggs is here. He could be 6'3", 301. That's a big center. Oh my gosh. We can go there. Could go there. I don't like those edge rushers. He already got picked. So I'm looking up these players, and if they're not showing, then they might have already gotten picked. Go through all these. So that's how it usually works. So this one's been a very interesting draft, guys. Going quarterback early kind of altered a lot of things. We're trying to play catch up now. Wouldn't mind Juice Struggs here if I can make him a guard. I don't really need centers. Let's see. Of course, not a quarterback. Jalen Richmond is interesting. Dante Stills. We could go after another defensive tackle. Let's go after Dante Stills. We'll go here and then see where we're at. So it gives us 2 defensive tackles with Ika. Let's see. Got more of a 3 technique and a 1 technique. I think we're good to go there. Another corner. What we got? Cam Brown. Kind of slim pickings now. Real slim pickings. Some of these guys I never heard of. Arquan Bush. What do we got for edge rushers? So we're in the 6th. We got 3 more picks. Now take Juice. If he's here. Yeah, he's there. 190. Okay. That's a good value pick. If I use him as guard, this makes sense. Because we've already essentially have 2 guards as of right now. Okay, we're at 220 rather. Come on. Let's see. Let's go after Dwayne McBride here. I think he could be a 3-down guy. Small school, 7th round. A little bit of insurance if we have a Josh Jacobs holdout. Got to be honest, guys. Got to be honest. Could happen. Evan Hall. Could have had him too. That's okay. But, all right. Let's round this out with a good defensive player. What can we grab? Herbig's a small guy. 6'2", 240. Definitely not a 4'3" guy. It's more of a 3'4". Brooks, Jose Ramirez, Eastern Michigan. Just like our boy Max. Pick him up on that bumper pool. We've picked up the bumper pool before. Let's see. Let's maybe grab Caleb Murphy. I don't see him on here. Let's see. Caleb Murphy. I know some of you guys like Caleb Murphy, the D2 stud. Looked a little slow in the combine. I gotta be honest with you. Running back. We got a running back, Paul. We got McBride. Have a good night. Enjoyed the draft. Appreciate it. Give it a grade on your way out and give it a like on your way out. I'd appreciate that as well. So I'm gonna go with Jose Ramirez just because he's from Eastern Michigan. I think he has the size A little bigger. We put a little bit more on the frame. Um, we do need edge rusher. Could go after Caleb. Well, let's go after Caleb Murphy. We've done it before. Uh, if we get Caleb Murphy in the 7th round, 6 days from now, I'd be happy. 7th round, let's develop this guy, D2 stud. Why not? Let's go for it. And then we're going to see what we got at the end. All right. All right. Let's see. Let me make this a little bigger for you guys. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So we had Richardson fall to us. Could have got Will Anderson. We went Richardson. Possible quarterback of the future. If he pans out, we're a contender for years to come. Let's be honest. I think it's worth the gamble, to be honest with you, with the talent he has. Drew Sanders, kind of a do-it-all linebacker. Some people say a little small. Uh, got Don late here. Herbig. Yeah, he's not really edge rusher, though. In my opinion, he's more of a 3-4 kind of outside linebacker guy. Kind of like Melvin Ingram. It's kind of that size. We're primarily running a 4-3, and we've already drafted, 3 linebackers? We drafted 3 linebackers in this draft? Yeah, we did. Ooh. Siaki Ika, the 1-tech. Tutu, the 2nd linebacker we drafted. Kelly, another corner. That's okay, because corner's thin. I don't mind that at all. Overshown. That was my pick. I wanted a playmaker. Wiley, tight end. We need a tight end, and it's later. Stills another DT. Juice Struggs, McBride, and Caleb Murphy. Not too bad. I want you to grade this draft, though, A through F right now in the comments, and we'll put those up right now. Paul's giving an A. I'll give you my grade in a minute. Well, kind of talk about right now while I get your grades in. Obviously, the linchpin's gonna be Richardson. If he pans out, it's gonna be a great draft because he could be a Patrick Mahomes plus type of player, Cam Newton type of player. If you get a player like that, that's boom. No doubt on that. We got some good talent on defense, of course. Probably need a little bit more on the defensive side, but when you pick 7th overall and you go quarterback, you go offense, then you don't get as much defense as we've had in previous mock drafts. Honestly, I would probably put this at a B plus, A minus from Art White. I'd probably put this at a B plus. We filled out some holes. Again, it's gonna be dependent on Anthony Richardson. It is what it is. And again, if he pans out, it's going to be awesome. Kevin's thinking B, kind of like I am, B plus. Of course, Richardson, I take it to an A. So it's all up there. I think it's a good draft. I think it's a good type of draft for what we need. It's a rebuild. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but that's the way it is, the way this team is. We're starting over. Got our rookie quarterback of the future here, at least. We think that. Of course, picking 7th overall, you got to think that. We got some good young talent on the defensive side. And I think we have something to build on. We have something to build on for the future. So, and we got McBride in case Josh holds out. I think he'd be a 3-down type player. So, that said, I want to thank you guys for coming out, of course, and especially if you guys have been watching this long. It's been almost an hour and a half here. Thank you very much for coming out. If you're watching this on a replay, why not come here and stay with us and help with the war room, and the best thing you can do right now, subscribe, come join us on Thursday night. We're going to be here live, draft night, first day of the draft. We're going to be here until we pick, slotted for the 7th pick, of course. Could move up. I don't think that's going to happen. We could move down. That is a possibility, or stay put at 7. If I had to pick one, I think we're going to stay put at 7 and probably pick a defensive player, because I still think all 4 quarterbacks are going to be gone in the first 4 picks. Could be 3, but I'm thinking 4 quarterbacks and 4 picks. I think Arizona's going to trade out of that spot, and I think they'd be foolish not to, because I still think they're going to get a defensive stud. Obviously, with Kyler Murray, they don't need a quarterback. They can move down a few spots. Even one spot with Indianapolis. You got Atlanta there. Maybe Tennessee. That's a little further down. Probably they'd want to go. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. I think just as fun as watching the mock drafts. We'll have the audio on. Of course, I can't show the video because of the copyright, of course. We'll have the audio on. Let's see. Kevin Lurker says 6 more days to watch film. Art says it's a start. It is a start. It's a pretty good start. And you got the Raider flags out there. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for joining us. And I will see you next Thursday, not Friday, Thursday. 6 days. We'll be here at the draft. And until then, of course, guys, thank you. Thank you for loud enough to do this with you. No, thank you for coming. It's a mutual thing again. And of course, I got to say it. If you want to throw a little tip my way, I got my Patreon link there in the description. You don't have to, but if you want to, I'd highly appreciate that. I have 2 different levels, kind of a regular one and then a VIP. We're going to have extra content, not only post-draft, but throughout the year. So appreciate that, guys. Thank you as well, Art. Appreciate it. And as always, go Raiders.
Ask you something. With all the distractions that you have off the field, how are you able to keep focused on winning football games as you do and do throughout the year?
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.